Hello there, you beautiful people. My name is Willow, and welcome back to a Step-Stool laddercast. Either way, today we are going to be looking at, of course, two players that are very low ranked in a ladder match on the map Via 3 Protectorate. Yeah, that's about it. Trying to think. I had something to say. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Team 1 is actually in the bottom left-hand corner, and we're going to go ahead and look at our first player. It's a blue UEF by the name of Tolek, and they are going first land. And then up in the top right-hand corner, we have a red UEF, so it's going to be a UEF mirror matchup. Going first air, and his name is Iruma-Kun. Iruma-Kun. I don't know. I don't speak foreign. Thank you very much. I speak American. We have had a match very recently on this map, but when we zoom out, we can see there's about 67,000 reclaim worth, or no, 63,000 reclaim worth of mass on the field, which is very nice. It's spread out pretty much everywhere. A giant chunk of it's right here in the middle with the mass fab, but that is, of course, protected by a slew of T1AA and T1 PD, and these players are going to have to attempt to expand, get all of this reclaim, just build up their bases and fling units at each other until one of them's blue in the face and keels over. So, while we wait for these players to get their opening builds going, I would like to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel recently. We've been skyrocketing in size, nearly at 400 subscribers. Whenever I hit record, we were at 399, and literally 2 days ago, we were at like 370. So, you all are amazing. You all rock. Keep on spreading the love. I hope to see you all stay and enjoy. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what these players are getting on with. I'm very interested in Iruma-Kun's strategy here. Going first air on a 1v1 ladder match usually means something like this. A very, very early bomber that's going to try and stop any kind of expansion out from the engineers of your opponent. And since there's going to be no way to scout this early, because you, of course, can't just send a unit over, it'd take too long, this bomber will be a surprise, and we'll have to see how Tolek deals with it. Looking at the ratings of these players, it's not particularly well balanced. Tolek is actually in my Discord. They are relatively new to the game and a negative 41 rating player, versus Iruma-Kun is a 525 rated player, so we will have to see exactly how this goes on. As the bomber comes out, we can see it just going to do some beautiful bomberage, bomberoonies, dropping bombs on bomb battlefield. Come on. Give me the money shot. Give me the money shot. Are you really not gonna, you're not gonna drop a bomb on that engineer? Come on, man. Come on, man. Drop a bomb on the engineero. And you're not going to drop a bomb again. See, this is the struggles of being a low-rated player. You can't even drop a bomb. The first mass extractor finishing. Finally, a bomb falls! Does it kill the engineer? Yes, it does! Look at that! We killed an engineer, everybody! And yeah. So, that is the first blood of the entire game. The first unit to die overall was, of course, that engineer out from Tolek. And now the bomber's going to try and be an overachiever and go for 2 kills, trying to kill off the mass extractor. I think it's going to take 3 bombs in total, and instead decides to pull off and not go for the mass extractor. Instead going for some T1 units. It looks like some strikers have been spammed out to attempt a attack on the base really quick. This is super unprofessional, but the game seems very quiet, so yeah, that seems better. In editing, hopefully I make sure it's not all fucked up. Either way, we do see a striker over here about to get bombed, and it's going to get bombed and drive out of the danger zone. Now, these engineers could reclaim it, or these engineers could die very slowly to this. And now there's another tank. As long as the tanks keep moving, it seems like it takes 2 bombs. This tank is already been tagged by a bomb, And there's no units seemingly coming out to deal with this. The first land factory for Iruma-Kun it's finished not too long ago, but it looks like it's going to just sit here building nothing for a little bit. Maybe forgot that it existed. We have all been there. Everybody's just queued up a whole bunch of land factories at some point and been like, oh right, none of those are done, are they? Or some of those are done now, aren't they? A few minutes later. Both engineers going to go down to this tank. This tank getting much value. More units just constantly streaming over here to cause mayhem. The archer may manage to kill off the... is 1 HP. This archer is living on a dream. A stiff gust of wind could kill it. And that is much more than a stiff gust of wind. So, yeah, this seems like a losing battle to me. It would be nice to see an interceptor going up. If you know your opponent has air and is kind of abusing you with air, you may want to get an air factory yourself. Either way, we can see a different strategies appearing for each side. We have 3 land factories over here spamming out units. 4 is Tolek, who has moved their comm up to the top left, going to try and secure an expansion, a rather hefty expansion. Whereas down over here, we can see that Iruma-Kun is opting more for an eco strategy, getting up to... Oh, no, it's just a T2 mechs. I thought he was also... This was a T2 air factory for a second there. Silly me. Either way. Over here... Oh, the bomber finally went down! No! No! The archer! This archer has killed off the scourge of these lands. This archer is the archer to rule all archers. We will name him King Archie, and he will rule until the indefinite period of time where he gets mowed down by any unit that shoots down. We do have a transport out. It's going to transport some engineers to the bottom right-hand corner, going to try and get that expansion via engineers instead of using... we're on the map via. Using engineers instead of using... That's an odd placement for an AA gun, but hey, it works, doesn't stop adjacency, I guess. As over here we can see the comm strategy, over here we can see the transport strategy. Now the transport strategy I feel is a lot worse when you have no land units. A few land units coming out now. We have the oh-so-powerful Mech Marine. If you did not know, during our Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever co-op campaign, hashtag go watch it, we found out that mass for mass, Mech Marines have more DPS than a GC. So, if you have a choice of spending the however many thousands of mass on instantly getting that many Mech Marines worth of mass, or getting a GC, go for the Mech Marines. They do more damage. Can't lie with numbers. The numbers don't lie. These 5 units are going to be trying to kill these about 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right. My guess was right. And then they're going to have trouble because there's mostly tanks here. And, oh, hello, Lobo. We're just seeing the UEF, like, this is like the Chex Mix of UEF early game. Just, that's what he's making. He's doing the Chex Mix build where he just gets a little bit of everything. Whereas Tolek has gone for more of the, M&M's build, where everything is pretty much the same. Except for this archer, everything's a striker. Over here, we can see that there are some tanks trying to kill off a factory and other units. I don't know why these Mech Marines are just sitting here. They don't need to be. These players, let's just say that APM is a commodity and map awareness is a commodity it can only be used sparingly because there isn't enough of it, is what I should be saying. I'm not much better. I'm just pointing out that I doubt either of these players are spending a lot of time zoomed out like this, like a lot of high-level ladder players do. High-level ladder players, they go in, they build a bunch of shit, they come back out, and they figure out where their units need to go. From my experience watching streams, at least. Over here, we can see a striker valiantly running away from the other strikers. Either way, this little expansion out from Iruma-Kun is going to be Well, it's not going to be destroyed immediately, but it does look like it might have a very short lease on life. This transport of engineers down here has been sitting here for a solid like 4 minutes. They're just, these engineers are like, no, we're on strike. We're gonna sit here and just look different directions, and we're gonna have a nice time. No, I will not take orders from you. All right. He's like straight up 95% of the way there. He's gotten the drop off. It's not been threatened. It's not gonna die anytime soon. But it's just like the last step. Just queue up. Yes! Finally! Victory! Victory! The engineers queue up some factories and some mexes. They work. They've ended their strike. The labor union has been, I don't know, thwarted. Thwarted's a good word. I should use that word more. It's like a dramatic word. What do you all think about words? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they interesting? I haven't mentioned this yet. This game is really fucking long. So I'm not even trying to keep I'm gonna keep the energy up, but I'm not gonna keep the actually, giving useful insight into the game part up. This is more for fun. That's what Step-Stool is all about. I really like really long, low-level play because it's fun to see these players just figure it out. And sometimes it takes a little bit. Either way, nobody going for the middle. I mean, everybody has Lobos at this... Well, actually, Tolek may not have a single Lobo. Tolek! Where the... Really? Tolek. Come on, my man. You need some Lobos. We'll have to talk about this on Discord. When you see this, come into Discord and ask how many Lobos you should make. I'll give you an answer. I'll give you a hint. The answer isn't fucking 0. Oh, and here we go. We can see the engineers' efforts have not been in vain, as they have built enough factories over here in time to very possibly save themselves. It'll be close. You're gonna need tanks. Tanks. Mech Marines? Yeah, nice. Tanks. Tanks, please. Mech Marines die too quickly. Admittedly, this Mech Marine's doing a damn fine job. Look at that. Pew, 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 pew. Just firing shots. Having itself a nice, grand old time. The Mech Marine also looks like something out of Mech Warrior. Mech Warrior... Yet again, in I think the last cast, I mentioned like BattleTech and something, and people are like, yeah, you should do a BattleTech playthrough, so I probably might, will, maybe not. Either way, over here we have an engagement! Look at that. Look at that. All these units, they here. You know what they doing? Killing each other. As God intended? Question mark? Here we can see the strikers go off against each other. There are pillars! T2 land! Have you ever wondered why the pillar can't fire its guns independently? Like, wouldn't you want to do that? Increase your fire rate, right? But it always fires the guns in tandem. It doesn't do independent firing. Seems like a design flaw. Like, if you're gonna put 2 guns on something, let the guns fire independently, right? Is that just me? I don't think it's just me. Over here we can see the strikers continue their assault into the PD. But wait, there's gonna be no Lobos here. Hey guys, you know how I was mentioning Lobos and how you should fucking build them? This is why. 1 Lobo. That's all it takes. Just one. Just one. Problem gone with 1 Lobo. Just don't walk your stuff in. Choose the Lobo. Tell it to kill that. It dies. You don't even have to really risk anything. Over here, this expansion is now more or less secured. Lots of reclaim. Speaking of reclaim, let's just see how these players are doing. 2.9 thousand for Tolek versus Iruma-Kun, sitting on 3.5 thousand. On overall economy, they're quite even, both sitting somewhere around 60 mass a second. Tolek going for the strategy of I'm gonna have more mass extractors, and that's how I'll have mass. And Tolek and Iruma-Kun going for the I'm gonna upgrade every mech I own and keep it alive. Pillars have come over here once again. They're gonna sit here. They killed off a mechs and they have reached their rally point. Over here we have a massive battle taking place. We can see pillars firing and tanks blowing up and strikers striking. A lot of units falling back from the background there. They were on a giant rally point where they were all kind of just sitting over there out from Iruma-Kun. And over here we can see despite the tech advantage, numbers do sometimes win. And now these units are going to make their way right back over here and sit here, or maybe they will come towards the base. If they come towards the base, they will be sorely mistaken in their abilities to win, as a triad is up. And triads are really good at dealing with this T1 spam, especially if it's coming in single file, which it is. Over here we have another group of units grouping off over, doing things around words. I just need to keep talking. If I keep talking, I sound like I know what I'm saying. I never do. These pillars are going to die, but not after they've killed off all of the engineers, so that this is kind of difficult to deal with. Oh, I'm sorry, microphone. Did I hit you? 1 second. Let me just... Okay, everybody. Microphone's out of the way. I'm no longer going to be abusing my microphone like a wife beater. Yeah, I did just imply I'm married to my microphone. Deal with it. Oh, microphone. You looking fly today. Oh my god. Having too much fun with this one. We're only 16 minutes in. I'll let you guess how far that is with this game. As I said, it's a long one. Is it an hour? Is it 2 hours? Maybe 3? Who knows? There's one person watching this who probably knows. Probably Tolek knows. I know, but I'm not a person. I'm a caster, you know. Since I don't do anything, I'm legally no longer a human being. I'm just a pair of eyeballs and a mouth floating in the cosmos. All right. We have a bunch of fucking strikers over here and a few pillars over here. The number of pillars is growing almost faster than the number of strikers over here is growing. We have Lobos! Lobos! Too bad there's like nothing that they wouldn't be really useful for anything over here. They die to T2 PD. They don't outrange those. Over here we have Lobos though. And these could actually come over here and kill off a little PD. Get some progress. Probably not, because there's a bunch of pillars. And pillars are like caterpillars. Because they, You know what? I had no idea where I was going with the pillars are like caterpillars. I just wanted to say caterpillars. So, yeah. This is why Guile is, way more successful than me. He has a reason to say everything he does. I have no reason behind 90% of it. Let's see. Also because he's been doing it for years and I started in, what, May or March of 2020? Speaking of which, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the channel. That's going to be very cool. Over here we got some pillars doing pillar things. Pillars don't look that cool. Like, a pillar compared to a striker, one, I have to mention this. Putting the turret on the back of the tank, while it looks cool, it's quite impractical. In real life, there's a reason why the turret and all the tanks that you see, like all the historical tanks from like World War II and shit, where tanks were actually useful, it's the reason why they were all more forwardly mounted. They weren't mounted in the back. I don't have the time nor the brain cells to explain it, but in general it makes life a little bit more difficult. It's not that it doesn't have merits, it does have advantages over a forward turreted tank, but yeah. I don't know why I'm going about the design of tanks over here. I guess it works because I have other casts where I go over about like the naming system for all of the ships that we use in the game. Like talking about how destroyers are the only ones that function kind of how they're supposed to. But they don't because they're too big and too tanky. Over here, we can see a bunch of mech marines, which is a beautiful sight, because really, what else do you want in your life? Wait, 1 second. This is going to be the fucking thumbnail. Right here. Just mech marine land. Oh, yeah. We're not missing anything. At this given moment, the players are doing fuck all. So this is basically a podcast. So on my podcast today, welcome to the Supreme Commander Step-Stool podcast, I would like to mention that Tolek is getting gun damage and range, which might actually mean something if he decides to use his comm in an aggressive manner. Either way, let's go ahead and go back to looking at the map. Oh, hey, look, we left for like 20 minutes and nothing happened. Either way, on my podcast today, as I was talking about, I would like to talk about Supreme Commander Forged Alliance, and how the 2v2 team matchmaker, I've played it recently, real fucking good. Real fucking good. Also, we're going to speed up the game, because I'm not sitting here waiting for something to happen for another, like, 20 minutes. Either way, while we wait for something to happen, the team matchmaker is really good. Mapgen is really good. And I was talking with a bunch of people in a call while I was playing the other night. I'm going to start doing community nights, by the way, where I play with the community. Also, I need to slow this down because we're about to have engagement, which is very cool because Tolek is being a little bit aggressive on this eastern flank. But how many people here, just in the comments, just comment if you have or have not played Galactic War on FA when it was around. And how badass would it be if Galactic War was back? Because, dude, I miss Galactic War. Galactic War is the shit. If you don't know what Galactic War was, go look up some gameplay from it. I can't explain it with enough glory. You just have, it's something you gotta see or do yourself. It's very cool. Either way, over here we can see that these pillars are about to be intercepted by a whole bunch of mech marines. And this is what happens when pillars meet mech marines. I'm pretty sure mech marines are one-shots for pillars. Of course, they have to hit the mech marines, but still. When the tanks come rolling in. When the tanks come rolling in. We can see them coming forward when the tanks come rolling in. Just look at the, dude, there's explosions there. There's explosion. Do you see all these explosions, man? Holy shit. Explosions. Also, Tolek won. Tolek won hard. Tolek's about to run his units straight into the enemy base and destroy everything. Actually, maybe not. There is a Ravager, which is... gosh. If you're new to the game and you don't know what the Ravager is, it's the only Tech 3-point defense in the game. And it's not effective at killing anything other than T3 and experimentals. Don't do this. Don't build a, oh my gosh, you don't have power, so your shield's gonna go down. If these units just pushed now, you're giving him so much time to build. Tolek, be aggressive. Attack. But then again, attacking may not be the best solution. Tolek is very quickly getting a mass advantage. And right now attacking may not... Oh wow, those are some Titans, aren't they? Are we going to get the screenshot of Titans right next to Mech Marines? Because if we are, honestly, I'm going to be very happy. I'm going to be a happy camper. We can see the pillars are very slowly finding out that they can't survive here for very long. Wait, do Titans have little handles? Why do they got little handles on top of them? Is that for like the ACU to pick them up and be like, no, bad? Why they got little handles? You see in this shit, they got like little handles. Like that is like the size of a, that handle itself is like the size of a house or some shit. It's a big ass handle, but like, do we use cranes with Titans? Do they put Titans on ships? Was that designed for the ship transport that never made it into the game but should have? I don't even know if ship transports were an idea. I really want ship transports. I would love the idea of having a situation where you land on the beaches of your opponent. Like, they'd have to be really tanky, but if you can roll them up onto the beach, it's a one-use item. Like landing craft from World War II. That would be beautiful. Over here, we can see another assault out from Tolek. This one marginally more successful, as the Mongoose come marching in and start throwing their little Gatling shots everywhere, just splooging them around the place. Splooging is such a good descriptor. Oh my gosh, just look at it. Look at it! It's beautiful! Even when you zoom out more, it's still freaking epic. You have units coming in from behind, you have units everywhere. This expansion is so dead. It's so dead, but then again, we can hear them over here. The Titans are in pursuit. They're in hot pursuit. They are chasing the pillars away. Get off my lawn! Who are you? Why do you keep showing up? I'm a Titan. I don't like you. You're very annoying. I'm having to sweep up after you all. You make such a big mess. Why are you throwing rockets and machine gun fire at me? I have a shield. Stop it. That hurts. Please? Oh no. Oh no. I'm all alone. I don't want to be alone. It's scary. Oh Jesus, I went through the map. It's scary being alone. Oh, well, he died alone, so. That was the adventures of the squad of Titans. That is trippy. Like, whenever you have a rally point and you just build units as not at nauseum, and then you do this, they just keep rallying around it, and they make this perfect square kind of thing. But when you zoom out, all of those symbols get like right on top of each other, and when you're zooming or in and out, it's so trippy looking. Also, somebody's about to be, why are you zooming all in and out all the time? Also, yeah, that's the same voice I just used for the Titans is the same voice I use for whenever somebody's making an annoying comment and I'm talking about it. Like a theoretical comment. So I was watching this Willow's Duality cast the other day, and he spent like 99% of it not even talking about what the fuck was going on in the game. 0 out of 10 on Yelp. Unsubscribe. Alright. Over here, we have units shooting each other as for the status quo. I don't know why there's no more Titans showing up. Titans would be fucking fantastic. Are you not building Titans? Oh no! 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 Iruma! Why? Why? This hurts me on a personal level. Why? Why? Why do you build 2 HQs? Right next to each other. It's pointless. If one dies, the other is going to die. Here's a T2 HQ and a T3 HQ. Fun fact, you only need a T3 HQ to build all of the units. All of the units the factory can ever build. You need a T3 HQ, and you only need one of the motherfuckers. Stop doing this. And stop running your Mongeese in like it's like they're fucking tanks. Stop like heave-hoing, throwing all of your units directly at the enemy. Some of the units are better if you just like use their range. Attack move. 1 second. If I select this and I hold Alt, this is base hotkeys for all ya nubs. If you hold Alt and you right-click, guess what? That is an attack move. You want to know what attack moves do? It's so cool what attack moves do. They will attack from their maximum range. Except for, I think, the Monkey Lord. The Monkey Lord just walks in because the Monkey Lord's maximum range is the 2 little proton things and they suck. There might be other examples like that. But yeah, let's also swap back and let's check on reclaim numbers, shall we? Reclaim-wise, 16,000 for Tolek, 21,000 for Iruma-Kun. Looking at overall eco, we can see Iruma-Kun sitting at about 118 mass a second versus 178 for Tolek. Tolek holding a massive advantage economically for a very long period in this game. Are we going to see a T3HQ? See, look, T3HQ. He has one of the motherfuckers. He has a whole bunch of non-T3 or upgraded land factories that are not HQs. It's cheaper to make them whenever they're not HQs. Really? 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 You're gonna go for this? Have you even launched any yet? Do any of these have kills? No, they don't. But you're spending a fuckload of mass on this. Are you even spending all of your mass though? No, you're not. So I guess I can't fault you. Going for a TML snipe, that won't work because the TMLs need more. You need more of those to do a snipe. We do have a large T2 army coming into the doorstep of Iruma-Kun, and looks like they're just going to knock it right on out. Over here on this eastern flank, we can see the great migration of engineers. Yet again, I've said this like in every cast for like the past 3 or 4 casts it feels, but they do move in herds. They really do move in herds. It's beautiful. Up here, we have Mongeese doing Mongeese things. See, look, they're at max range. They're even fucking each other up because they're at max range, but that's better. See, Tolek, gotta give you some props. I think that's an attack move. Tolek hasn't this game sent the Mongeese in like willy-nilly yet. He hasn't even had Mongeese all that long. But I expected it to happen, and it didn't, and I'm pleasantly surprised. And holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Now they're all moving. It was beautiful, man. They're gonna be running away from these Mongeese. Also, these tactical missile launchers, they are launching a lot. We have shield on the way for Iruma-Kun. So this expansion's done. Iruma-Kun really locked into this corner right here. Only the starting base. I think there's only 4 mechs, 5, 6. There's like 6 mexes, but he only has 5, and most of his mass is in these 4 mexes that are all T3 now. Iruma-Kun just sitting in this base, just... Iruma-Kun, go outside! No! I will not go outside. Iruma-Kun, you need to go outside. You need daylight. It's healthy. You can't sit in your room all day. I'm gonna sit in my room all day and play FAF. And then he gets into FAF and he's like, I'm not leaving the shield. No! This is my home, and I don't care about the rest of this. This is the only place on the entire map that I like. Somebody's gonna hate that voice, and in the comments are gonna be like, God, why? Shut the fuck up. Oh god, that actually kind of hurt my throat. I'm gonna take a drink right now, and I'm gonna leave you with this. Alright. Guess who's back? Back again. This is surprisingly being quite effective for just a bunch of T1 units. But at the same time, you're gonna have to, like, actually protect yourself at some point. Getting shield on the comm is nice. Getting an Omni... Oh my god, getting an Omni in a low-rated game? You're gonna know what the fuck is happening? Holy shit. This guy's a fucking legend. Okay, do we have an Omni over here? Because, like, if I might be making a fool of myself. We don't have an Omni. We have a T2. We have a bunch of T2s. And T1s. We have an anti-nuke. Wow. You are prepared, Tolek. I don't know, I'm trying to hit other hotkeys to get out of the player view. We have T3 air completed and an ambassador. In case you didn't know, the T3 strat bomber for UEF is called an ambassador. It is about to finish. Okay, seriously, what is the where is it? Where is no, not that. Where is it? Key bindings. In my completely professional craft, track the unit in primary view. Okay. Control Shift T. Okay. Yep. Okay. Close. Control Shift T. Alright! Finally! That's fixed! Now, if I go like this... Oh, is it gonna actually track? The question is, does this actually track? And if I Control V, does it continue tracking? Control Shift F1, does it continue tracking? It does! Oh, we're gonna get some cool-ass bomber shots. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Oh, look at the bomb! Oh, it follows the bomb! Oh, that's beautiful! Oh, I love this. This is what I would call love. We're just gonna watch this bomber for a little bit. If I'm sure nothing consequential is gonna happen while we do. And we're bombing the neutral civilians! Oh, you have to be kidding me. You have these strat bombers, you're doing so much with them. The other strat bomber, I think, is also bombing these. With free KM off. No, we can see a concentrated bombing campaign. We just so happen to pick the least interesting bomber. A lot of bombs falling, a lot of teched up mass extractors dying. Oh my word, we can see this bombing campaign in such beauty. It's off the map currently, that's why we're not seeing anything. Sorry. The bomb is falling. We can see it as a T3 mass extractor almost dies, and so does the strat bomber, embedding itself in the cliff. I wonder if there's an option for selecting units that aren't yours, because I can't select this unit. Yeah, I can't. Either way, these bombers are actually, they're making quite a dent. Beforehand, Tolek was over 70 eco ahead of their opponent, losing quite a little bit of mass extractor playage and their intel, and that's going to be painful. Of course, throwing up some flare T3 anti-air SAM launchers in time to save, but this could be dangerous. We have a lot of T3 engineers over here going to try and build a forward operating base, but that's not going to work as long as there is T3 bombers in the air. Of course, most of these mass extractors being destroyed are Tech 1, so it's not a huge issue if Tech 1 mass extractors are killed. You can send any kind of engineer to go replace those. These strat bombers getting tons of value. This strat bomber on 19 kills. This strat bomber just got 13 kills. This strat bomber is sitting at 29 kills. The one we were on had like 4 because it was the one that failed grade school. 13, 29, 30, 14. Oh, hey look, you're gonna kill some civilians. You're at 31. You're getting shot at by T1 AA, but who cares? 26. Yeah, these strat bombers are really pulling their weight. Why are you making ASF? Okay, Iruma-Kun, for every one step you take forward, or every one great idea you have, you're having like 2 bad ones. You got a full scout off over here. You know that this is still T1 air. Permanently. That means max 5 ASF. Max is 5 ASF. After that, you make strat bombers and gunships. Because if they don't have T3 air, they have to start sending, and you start sending out gunships and T3 bombers. Guess what? They have to react to that. They either have to get T3 air, start challenging you with ASF, or they have to, you know, build flak and T3 mobile AA. They need, in this instance, they need cougars. And those cougars got to fly south for the winter. And that's a problem because, you know, they're going to Miami, but it's cold in Illinois or whatever. Most of my fucking viewership is not, well, yeah, most of my viewership isn't from the United States, so that may have fallen flat. Should have gone with like North Dakota or something, a state that even less people know about than Illinois. Everybody knows about like Florida and Miami. Everybody knows that those articles, Florida man. The hero strat bombers are about to die. We still have one, but missiles are about to end its life. Oh, it survives with 700 health and a 2 vet bomber. Wow, that bomber is very valuable. The very valuable bomber. We do see some Percivals coming out from Tolek. I'm relatively surprised to buy Tolek right now. Oh no, those don't have range. Tolek. Come on, man. You don't have Omni, so you can't see any of the shit. And Omni right here would let you see some of this. And you haven't scouted the base in so long. Just look at this. This is what Tolek knows exists. That's what actually exists. And Tolek has no idea about it. There could be a Duke on the way. There isn't, but there could be. Also, Iruma-Kun is the absolute embodiment, and I love it, of that Turtle Terran. Or, not Turtle Terran, I'm sorry. I'm thinking StarCraft 2 for some reason. That Turtle UEF. The entire, I'm just gonna sit in my corner and build a giant fire base, and if anybody gets in my way, I'm gonna point T2 artillery at them. And it's beautiful. Of course, this would all die to a bunch of strat bombers. Like, a bunch of strat bombers would kill him right now, but that's not gonna happen because he's the one with strat bombers. And he's not gonna give them away. That'd be silly. Air staging facilities for your bombers. This is a 4-vet bomber. 1 second. 4-vet bomber. Look at that. 57 kills. How much mass worth of shit have you killed? Can you please stop moving for like half a second? Thank you. I can't. I have to look at it to keep my mouse on it, but I can't look down there. 100 or 10,000, 10.7 thousand mass killed. Jesus, that was way more difficult than it probably needed to be. And we have T3 air out now from Tolek, so your entire chance to make the enemy pay for not teching up air is gone. Because you built, like, how many ASF is this? You decided to build 26 ASF instead of building, what, that'd be like 5 bombers? You'd have had 5 more bombers. Could have killed off all of his T3 maxes. Just saying. I'm going to consider that a mistake. We have anything interesting going on over here in Tolek's base? Another anti-nuke. Tolek is not getting nuked. Tolek is like, nukes? Nah, fam. Oh, man. A shield now at this base. I don't think there was one before. We do see another drop out here with some T3 and a T3 engineer and 5 Sparkies. You know Sparkies don't actually, like, they don't kill that much. They're not that good. But I guess if you're just going to build a fire base with these Sparkies and this T3 engineer, then good on you. This is the advanced version of the turtle UEF. Not only is there one giant fire base, they are going to start dropping all over the map. They will not walk there or fight their way there, but they will drop engineers over there to build another fire base. Also, I love the fact that he's putting walls in front of his triads like that does anything. Maybe it like blocks a tiny bit, but this really doesn't do anything. They're not tall enough, and units generally shoot towards the center of a unit. So if they're shooting at the center of a triad, they will actually hit the triad. They'll shoot up over the wall. But it's cute. I do enjoy it. We have more strat bombers. Are you going to make ASF? You're going to make Janus. I mean, I guess you have all of the anti-air you need. There's a strict anti-air policy here. I am strictly anti-air. I am against air in all forms. I have never had air relations with that woman. Alright. Alright, so we do have a few units trickling out of the bases, trying to kill off things, but a whole bunch of nothing's happening. And you know what that means? We're going to speed this the fuck up. Just to see what's going on in the future. Because a whole bunch of nothing is a whole bunch of nothing. We have a fat boy on the way. See, that's something. Until the fat boy's finished, probably, though, we will not do anything to slow the game down. Over here, we do have the fire base that has been built hastily. Now going to be built even more as the Ravagers and the Clink Hammers come online. The Fat Boy is now complete. We'll put it on +2 just in case the Fat Boy does nothing. Wait, no. We're going to go back to +1 and we're going to look at this beautiful firing line of demolishers. Oh my word. Just look at it. Camera, work with me. Jesus. I hate the camera sometimes. Have I mentioned that it's kind of a bitch? Okay, wow. That's interesting. That's real interesting. I need to fucking talk, because I'm not talking. I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, oh, pretty. I'm like a fucking troglodyte over here, like, shiny! Ever shiny! We have the Fat Boy coming in, going to be wreaking devastation on the enemy, even though that the fact that all those demolishers exist means this should die. I don't know if it will die because it's going underneath more T3 shields. Oh no, it's not even going to do that. There's a good chance that these demolishers can just, you know, like, just throw a few shots out here and kill this Fat Boy off. Will they? I don't know. I can't tell the future. Demolishers also, I'd like to point out, are just really big Lobos. Really big Lobos that can't fire on the move. And it's great. This T3 army out from Iruma-Kun is getting quite a little bit of work done. The artillery softening up the shields and the defenses, whereas the T3 Titans and Percivals are pushing in, getting quite a little bit of damage done to all of this. The demolishers are running away now. As strat bombers come in, they take out the shields, but they will need a second pass to kill off the Fat Boy itself. I bet the hero strat bomber is going to be the one that kills it off. Is the hero strat bomber still alive? Nope, it's not. None of these over here are the hero strat bomber. We have a new hero sitting at a staggering, not even a 1 kill. It doesn't have a kill, but it's killed 2,000 mass worth of shit. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. We have a bunch of, instead of building mobile missile launchers, who the hell would do that? We're just gonna build a bunch of normal missile launchers, tactical missile launchers over here, and bombard this base with them, even though it's 10 times more expensive and half as efficient. I love this. This is beautiful. Also, we have the added benefit of the, oh my gosh, all these cougars. Look at those cougars. You're sitting there having themselves a good old time. Alright. Oh, the Fat Boy died! It looks like it died to mobile artillery though, so big shock. So yeah, that's a dead Fat Boy. Is there another one on the way? Yep. I will make it work. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. One second. Oh. Oh. I need, like, the Halo music playing. Alright. Let's go ahead and speed this back up to 1 times speed. And we can see the Janus fly in, and none of them are dropping bombs for some reason. And we can see the fire envelop. All of it was at one spot. He didn't shift G, but that was one beautiful bombing. The ground is just pitch black where those Januses dropped their bombs. Oh, God. I thought that was going to be a little bit more climactic. It really wasn't. Like, that did, in the grand scheme of things, that did nothing. But it kind of looked cool. We have a Fat Boy finishing for Iruma-Kun, who has finished their Fat Boy. And will proceed to keep the Fat Boy back as far as possible because they're afraid to lose it. It's like the ACU. If you lose it, you die. So it's probably gonna move it like to right. Let me just make a guess. It's gonna move it to right. Oh, I can't ping. Right here, and then it's gonna build a fire. I know I'm calling him it. Iruma is gonna move the Fat Boy right here, and then it's gonna build a fire base around the Fat Boy, like it's a structure. Probably not gonna happen. While I watch these, I watch them at 10 times speed, and if you want to see what that looks like, this is how quickly things happen. So, like, I get the general idea of what's going on. I don't know what exactly is gonna happen. The Fat Boy comes out. It's going to start pulverizing the units over here. This base, this expansion that was formerly Iruma-Kun's and has been Tolek's for a long while, is destined to just constantly be destroyed. It's never allowed to stay alive for longer than a few minutes. Meanwhile, this flank has been stagnant for a long time. It's just people constantly shooting at each other. This flank, nothing's happening. Obviously these TAC missile launchers take more micro than is willing to be given to them. We do see a bunch of Titans and some Percivals attempting to break the line to get in, attack this Fat Boy directly. And they may actually get quite a little bit done. We see the Janus coming in, the flight of the Janus. I don't know if any of them dropped their bombs, but it was definitely cool looking for a second there. The Fat Boy shield did go down, but I don't know if there's going to be anything here to capitalize on it. There are more Janus coming in and getting shot down immediately. And it looks like the Fat Boy may survive. A Fat Boy can survive. It's like a Country Boy can survive, but with a Fat Boy instead. Either way, here we are. We are here. I can see the other Fat Boy has taken this opportunity to move up a little bit and do its thing. Of course, Strat Bombers can always come by and just kill it again, because that's how Strat Bombers do. There is a lot of AA, but you build up enough Strat Bombers, you just go through the line of AA and not really care. A second Fat Boy on the way, or I guess I should say third, because this is the third one Tolek has built. And it's going to be built momentarily. Over here we have the absolute calamity that is this rally point system. Still, no, not still building. We're not building any more T2 units, but we're only building Cougars and T3 engineers, which, yeah, whatever floats your boat. And we're back into a lull, so let's speed this up until one of these players decides to punch the other in the face. It's just been a punching match. They're just like, you punch me in the face? Okay, good. My turn to punch you in the face. Just a bunch of face punching. It's beautiful. Tolek has built another experimental, maybe with 2 Fat Boys. Tolek will have the courage to push and get something done. I doubt it, but still. A second Fat Boy finishing for Iruma-Kun, so the Fat Boy numbers will be in equilibrium until the end of time. Tolek building yet another Fat Boy. This one's going to be finished actually quite quickly. Tolek is pumping these out really quickly. As we look at reclaim numbers, we can say 42,000 for Tolek and 79,000 for Iruma-Kun. 3 Fat Boys now, and as we look at the mass generation, we can see 381 for Tolek. Or no, 318 for Tolek and 143 for Iruma-Kun. And when we look at total mass, this would be a big total mass difference for a team game that's a 6v6. Tolek has managed to be so inefficient with the use of his mass that he has gotten over 300,000 more mass this game and has not ended it. For reference, in case you were just curious what 300,000 mass looks like, 300,000 mass is more than enough to build a Maver. You can build a Maver and a half. That's how much more mass Tolek has gathered throughout this match. And at the end, I am going to check to see how much mass was wasted. I don't normally look at the score screen, but this time I'm going to. And I'm going to show you all why you shouldn't waste mass. Because I'm not sure if Tolek has wasted mass, but I feel like that's probably a situation of this. Either way, yeah, this is how inefficient. For every mass that Tolek has spent, he has killed 0.55 mass worth of enemies. Like, by spent, I mean lost. Like, built a unit, it dies. For every point of mass he loses, the enemy loses half a mass. So, that adds up real fucking quick when you're looking at the totals of mass here. Well, basically you can half everything he's done in this match. So, he's basically used about 800,000 mass. That means he's done 400,000 mass worth of stuff to the opponent. Give or take. It doesn't count any of the structures, all the structures. If we look at mass to built ratio, it's 0.24. So, that's actually the more the kills to built ratio. So, yeah. All of that. Either way, double Fat Boy marching its way downtown, having a good time. These Fat Boys over here are about to come over and try and kill off the other Fat Boys. Of course, it's a 3-to-1, so as long as Strat Bombers don't get involved, then you should be good. We have a Novax satellite online. We can see Iruma-Kun has reached a level 4 UEF turtle and has decided that standoff tactics are the only way to win any game ever. So Iruma-Kun is now going to transition into Dukes, Mavers, and Novaxes until the match is over. Nothing else other than just the bare minimum to keep himself alive will probably be built. Meanwhile, over here we can see that the Cougars have been joined by a healthy amount of demolishers. This is a real nice army. It's all in formation and everything. You even have some engineers, anything in there, some battle engies. Also, Fat Boy going down for both sides. Wait, where's your third Fat Boy? Where'd his third Fat Boy go? So both Fat Boys for... Wait, there were 2 Fat Boys over here. There were 2 Fat Boys for red and 3 for blue. Am I bad at counting? Did they already reclaim 2 Fat Boy Wrecks? Is this 2 Fat Boy Wrecks on top of each other? It doesn't look like it. It might be. No, that's just 1. What happened to your third Fat Boy? Did it fucking get banished to the Shadow Realm? What? I look away for 2 seconds and I lose 2 Fat Boys. 2 entire Fat Boys. I don't know where the wreck for the other one is. The only solution I have is that Strat Bombers might have killed off one of the wrecks over here. But where's the second wreck for this one? Oh my god. Oh my god. My brain hurts. I'm losing some of the fattest units in this game. The only unit fat enough to get the nickname Fat. And is getting fat into its name. A fat boy. A fat lad over here, and I've misplaced 2 of the motherfuckers. Alright. Either way, this Novax is trying to assault the position that is held by Tolek. And Tolek is like, aha, funny. Shields. Cute. Over here we have a mass field worth about... Okay, so right here on this screen. Remember when we zoomed out earlier? And we said that this was all 63,000? Well, if you just zoom in right here, how far do we have to zoom in? Oh, that's too much. 1 second. What if we just change our positioning up a little bit over here? Nope. Okay, well this is about 62,000 reclaim in just this area. So, yeah, and when you zoom all the way out, the map has more reclaim on it than when we started. By a significant margin. Literally doubling the reclaim that was here when we started. If somebody took all of this reclaim, they probably would have won the game by now, but they aren't, and they haven't. We do have RAS SCUs now being produced because we have reached the end game. Another Fat Boy on the way. Good, because they're fucking... They fucking get banished to the Shadow Realm or fucking thrown off the map or something because they just fucking disappear on me. I'm never going to give myself a break for that one. I don't know how I lost 2 of them. I'm going to take a drink really quick because my throat hurts. Let's see. What can I leave you with this time? This time, I will leave you with this. The ultimate fire base. Alright, I'm back. And, we're yet again waiting for these players to decide to do something. And somebody in the comments is going to be like, the players didn't do anything. This is a bad game. You shouldn't have casted it. Well, that's the point. So, if you don't like it, don't watch. Whatever. I'm having fun. I hope everybody in the comments are having fun. I think that this is a fun time. It's fun to see these players, like, it's like watching 2 toddlers that both have knives but don't quite have the wrist strength to hold the knife up, but they're still trying to stab each other. That's what this is right now, and I fucking love it. It's beautiful. It's great. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, That's the it's good entertainment. Nobody's getting hurt, obviously. Otherwise, one of these would have died by now. So, yeah, it's good fun. Don't give toddlers knives. I feel I need to say that because this is going on the YouTube and, you know, yeah. Down here, we finally have a part of the map that isn't up in the top middle that has something happening on it. And what's happening is a bunch of T2 units that were made obsolete a long time ago are running into a heavily defended fire base. This can only go well. Oh, we also have like a million fucking cougars. And some demolisher. Whoa. Whoa. I thought the demolisher line earlier was impressive. This is the most impressive demolisher line. It's so beautiful. It hurts my eyes. Oh, now it's over. Damn it. Oh, nothing good can last. Okay. Well, that's the end of that fire base, surprisingly to T2 units and a bunch of demolishers. So that's going to cut down on the eco generation even further for our red UEF. How much am I going to get bitched at for calling him a Terran earlier? We were like, this isn't StarCraft 2! Stop peeking your microphone! It hurts my ears! I edited all my audio. Nothing ever is a peak for you all. It's just a horrible peak for me that I have to listen to and fix. Alright, over here we can see 3 Titans and 2 Percivals dying to a fat boy because they, orders are orders and they are not allowed to move. I will stand in this position until told to do otherwise. And if it kills me... That's how I imagine Percival sound. I guess. Alright, let's speed this up. The fire base is dead. This fat boy's moved up like 7 inches, which is surprising. Another Novax Center has completed, but everything that's important had shields. Oh, the Novax kills off the power! Is Tolek power stalling? No, Tolek has 10,000 spare power. He didn't need a single one of those. But maybe he was trying to build a Duke, or maybe that was an air factory. I don't know what that was. Over here, we have yet more mech marines. Doing mech marine things. We're gonna see some units attempt to challenge over here. Nothing interesting's happening over here. There's just more fat boys and ravagers being built. We have more demolishers firing. A bunch of Janus. Okay, should probably slow this down. There is still interesting things happening. A bunch of Janus almost kill off a fat boy, which is the most interesting thing that's happened for the past 5 minutes. Let's see. Over here we have more Janus building. Maybe that fat boy will get its comeuppance. We're gonna zoom out and watch all of this happen. The Demolisher's having a grand old time. Nope, we're gonna slow it down again. I was watching this Willow's Duality cast and he couldn't decide if he wanted to watch it at 10 times speed or 0. So, I tuned out after the 6th or 7th time he sped up the game. Would have been really nice if somebody reclaimed all these trees so I could get a really nice shot. But instead I'm watching the Demolishers through the trees. Okay then. And that's that. I'm guessing that the base is dead? No. you should just move your demolishers right here and watch all of this die, because they don't have a response. Oh, damn! Damn! A Duke built. Where was the Duke building? It was building back here. I missed it. I told you this guy was going to go for Novac Centers, Nukes, and Mavers, and that's it. And what did he do? Duke. And 2 Novac Centers. So, I was right. He's gone into a full level 4 UEF turtle. He's decided the only way to win the game is from his base. Oh man, have you ever seen a Duke fire in 10 times speed? You want to see it again? Too bad. Because now there's actual stuff happening. We have to see where these Duke shots are landing. They're landing over here onto the main base. It's possibly going to kill off the T3 HQs, which would be a relatively unfortunate situation, but if it does happen... Actually, I think this might be the end of the game. I don't know what the response out from Tolek could be. Janus isn't it. You've tried Janus quite a bit, Tolek. I don't think it's been the answer for any of your problems. We are managing to somehow keep shielding up by building more and more shields very quickly. I keep on hitting my mic like a mic abuser, and I don't know why. I moved it even further away to stop that from happening, and I'm gonna move it again further away. Maybe my mic won't peak anymore, but I think my audio is gonna be all fucky this time because my mic keeps on getting further away from my mouth, so editing this is gonna be a bitch. But that's a problem for future Willow, editor Willow, who has shit under control and knows what they're doing with their life. Whereas caster Willow is a fucking mess. We have a Duke on the way for Tolek because Tolek was like, ooh, he built a Duke. I should do that too. It's kind of like that mirror matchup thing, like in any game, but mirror matchup where it's like you see something and you're like, oh, that's a good idea, or you see something and you're like, no, I can't make that anymore. This is pick ban, and I picked Maver and he picked Duke, so I gotta stick with Maver and he can have Duke. And we're never gonna play the game the same way because we're not allowed to. Are you trying to use these as fighters? I mean, admittedly, if this kills off a Novax, one, I'll be surprised, but holy fuck. He killed off a Novax with that. He killed off a Novax. Y'all see that? Okay, never mind. Janus is finally the answer you were looking for. Build more. I want more of that. Please and thank you. Alright, we're going to speed this up until more Janus are built. We can also watch the progress of this, which is, even at 10 times speed, slow. Very slow to build that Duke. We can see the Duke has been retargeted over here onto the western base out from Tolek. We can see that strap bombers are being used to kill off the T3 army that's approaching the base. We see Janus come in once again, and they might get it! Oh, they might get it! Oh, it's so close. No, they're not gonna get it. T1 bombers. He's gone from Janus to Scorchers. I'm gonna use low-tech bombers to kill off this fat boy if it's the last thing I do. You hear me? Fat boy's shields still aren't up, so this is a real threat. And that's a dead fat boy! Yay! He killed the fat boy, everybody! I don't know why my voice went up like 20,000 octaves. But still, that's a lot of strap bombers. We have a bunch of strap bombers over here, attempting to kill off the main, or the original base of Tolek. But I would argue that Tolek's efforts are now more focused up here, as this is the area with all the fat boys and the good shielding and everything. So even if this area goes down, Tolek isn't in the worst of positions. But this area isn't even going to go down. He's going to keep both of the HQs. Because Tolek over here, like, I got this. I need 2 shields, some AA, everything gonna be fine. It is all spaghetti. Yeah, you might need another shield. Might be a good idea. That shield goes back online. Gonna need to build like 5 more shields because there's a Duke and a second Duke on the way. And this Duke almost done. There's a bunch of Dukes going on. This is like, there is more royalty here than at the baptism of the new king. Which I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of royalty there. Okay, I'm gonna breathe for a second. I'm gonna take another drink. Oh, this could be a problem. We could see, of the Duke being as inaccurate as possible. It gets rid of the shield and then it doesn't hit. Really? Dude, that's not even a far distance. That's not even like close to the max range of the Duke and it can't hit it. That's sad. Now we have Duke shells flying out from the base of Tolek, and I don't know if Iruma-Kun's gonna handle it better or worse. It looks like the anti-nuke just got sniped. No, there's the anti-nuke. Was there 2 anti-nukes? I wish I could go back a few seconds, but I can't. Now it's the battle of who can get their artillery to hit what they want faster. A second Duke is on the way. This Duke having to get assisted by T1 pigeons. Not super efficient, but it's something. The second Duke is going to be taking a lot of damage, but the Fat Boy shield actually kind of helping it out at the moment. Tolek is building more shields. We can slow this down a little bit. As we see the Duke shots are flying in. 1, 2. That Duke dies. The first Duke out from Tolek is dead already. Dead on arrival, but it has claimed the T3 Air HQ. It's gotten rid of that thorn and Tolek's side that is the Air Force of his enemy. Also killed off a bunch of engineering drones, which is helpful. The second Duke is having trouble being completed. The nuke eliminator over here is not quite in good health, but it has a shield over it temporarily, which will keep it alive. We do have a Fat Boy out over here trying to keep the front of the base clean and safe from enemy incursion. And a bunch of RAS SCUs doing nothing. A Stone Ager nuke? He has a nuke? Is it finished building a nuke? No, it's not. He has a nuke, though. All he has to do is kill off this strategic nuke defense, which has 7 missiles loaded. I mean, at this point, you could probably actually walk something up the south side. But you don't have that much production on the south side anymore, so you could try these Percivals. Just walk, literally just ping them on the nuke eliminator. They probably get it, assuming that like strap bombers don't kill them. How much mass is on the field? 217,000. This is just growing, ain't it? Wow. Also, I'd like to point out, nobody ever bothered to get the mass fab in the middle. that Aeon mass fab is just going to stay there until the end of time. Alright, so Dukes and Novaxes is proving to be a rather efficient strategy. It's killed off the original starting base of Tolek and has put so much pressure onto the secondary new main base of Tolek Tolek is seemingly going to try and build over the wreck of the old Duke. And that may or may not be successful. We are going to speed things up. And the Janus come in! The Janus come in and kill off the anti-nuke! Oh my god, I sped up at the wrong time! That was a dumb move, not gonna lie. Either way, with that, all he needs to do is assist the nuke. Assist the nuke launcher! You move these motherfucking SCUs and assist the nuke launcher. So the anti-nuke is gone. Does that cue him to build another anti-nuke? Because if it doesn't, then this game's over. You'd need one immediately. Like, all of the build power on the map for him needs to work on that. We, of course, do have the tension, which I will enhance, of the nuke needs to finish before the base dies. And with 2 Dukes and a Novak Center, it's kind of hard to shield against all of it, but it's possible. The nuke launcher, 50% done, and finally being assisted by SCUs. It's going to build a nuke very, very quickly. Very quickly indeed. As long as Tolek isn't stalling mass. Oh no, Tolek. Tolek. Why? Don't do this, Tolek. In future, don't do. If you're building a nuke, you need as much mass as possible. You do not need to be stalling 500 mass a second. This nuke will still build relatively quickly, but you could have had this nuke like minutes earlier if you had just built the number of shields that you needed and stopped building shields out on the fucking periphery. Like, you don't need these shields. I'm pretty sure your power grid's fine without those power gens. You have enough RAS SCs to deal with it. Another shield's going up. It does look like the Dukes have been retargeted, or maybe the Novax has been retargeted onto the nuke. Do we see an anti-nuke being built yet? No, we do not. Does he even know that his anti-nuke has been destroyed? We have no idea! We can't read his mind. Luckily, I don't want to hear what's going through their head. Especially if it's not in English. Because then it's just gibberish and I have to sit there wondering. Yes, I did just say all other languages other than English are gibberish. Fucking deal with it. It seems that Iruma-Kun is really focused on this Duke that isn't built yet, and I don't get it. But, yeah, this nuke's about to finish. And assuming this nuke launches immediately, which it does, this game is over. Alright, everybody, the game is over. We're going to see this meticulously handcrafted by a master artisan firebase is going to be destroyed. And the comm of Iruma-Kun isn't even going to walk away. I don't think. Iruma-Kun's comm is right there next to the shields. Right behind the shields. It doesn't walk away. That's the end of this hour and 40-minute long Steps to a Ladder. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to my patrons. Icy Nightmare, or wait, no. Well, fuck it. Icy Nightmare, you got a freebie. Thank you to my patrons, Icy Nightmare, Timothy Calderwood, and Sergeant Syphilis. You all rock. Icy Nightmare, you're not supposed to get the voice one, but fuck it, I'm bad at this. Either way, thank you to my patrons. You all rock. If you want to support me that way, you can get your name said and stuff. You can get a special role on my Discord. There's benefits. Go check out my Patreon. There's the Patreon. There's a link in the description, and I can't speak for some reason. Either way, if you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. If you want to see more, subscribe. And yeah. Share it. Yeah, share it. Share it. Yeah, share it around. You know, I don't fucking care. You all are beautiful. I love you. Goodbye. Peace. This is the end. Go away now.